You just got back from the dealership. Your owner's manual says 0W-20. The service advisor says 0W-20. Even the oil cap on your engine says 0W-20. But Scotty Kilmer, the most watched mechanic on the internet, says that 0W-20 is slowly killing your engine. So who's lying to you, the manufacturer or Scotty? I went deeper than anyone on this debate. I found 3 experts and real data. By the end, you're going to know exactly what oil belongs in your engine. If you care about protecting your vehicle with facts instead of marketing hype, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's start with Scotty Kilmer. Scotty has been fixing cars since 1965. He has seen engines last 400,000 miles and everything in between. For years, he's said the same thing: 0W-20 is too thin. He argues oil companies pushed manufacturers to recommend it just to sell more oil. And if you have an older engine, you're gambling every single day. Scotty's first point is viscosity. The 20 in 0W-20 refers to its thickness at operating temperature. For comparison, 5W-30 has a 30 rating. Thicker oil creates a stronger film barrier between metal surfaces. Scotty argues manufacturers moved to 0W-20 only to improve fuel economy by 1 to 2%. That small percentage helps manufacturers hit government standards. But Scotty asks, what happens to your engine at 150,000 miles? Then there's heat breakdown. Under extreme heat like stop-and-go traffic in summer, 0W-20 can lose viscosity faster than thicker oil. When oil loses viscosity, the film gets thinner. Metal gets closer to metal, and wear accelerates. Scotty's concerns are based on real chemistry. Putting 0W-20 in a 2003 engine with 200,000 miles is a dangerous move. But here's where Scotty's argument has a major weakness. Modern engines made after 2016, especially turbocharged ones, are fundamentally different. They have tighter tolerances than anything Scotty worked on in the 70s. These modern machines generate different heat profiles and require that thin oil to flow instantly to critical parts. Most critically, they were engineered from the ground up for 0W-20. Scotty's experience is real. But experience on a 1994 Camry does not automatically transfer to a 2022 RAV4, so that's Scotty's argument. Thin oil, fuel economy scam. Risky for real-world engines. Now let's see what happens when someone actually opens up a modern engine and looks at what 0W-20 does to the metal. Stay with me, because the next section has real physical evidence. Not theory. Not opinion. Metal. The car care nut's real name is Ali Moshaib. He's a Toyota master diagnostic technician with over 15 years of experience. He tears down engines for a living. He sees the inside of engines that most people never will. When the 0W-20 debate started heating up online, Ali decided to do something almost nobody else has done. He ran a controlled test. 2 identical engines. Same model, same year. Engine 1, 2019 Toyota Camry 2.5L. Ran 0W-20 full synthetic for 95,000 miles. Engine 2.2019 Toyota Camry 2.5L. Ran 5W-30 full synthetic for 98,000 miles. Same 10,000-mile intervals. Now before I tell you what he found, I want you to really pay attention here. Let me explain why this test is so valuable. Most arguments about oil are theoretical. People cite chemistry. They cite viscosity, ratings. They cite their uncle's truck. Ali actually opened the engines. He measured things. He showed the metal. Ali started with the valve train. Camshaft lobes, rocker arms, valve stems, constant friction. High temperatures, the first place a thin oil would fail. When Ali pulled the valve cover off the 0W-20 engine, he saw light golden deposits and clean camshaft surfaces. Then he opened the 5W-30 engine. Also clean, but slightly darker deposits. A small amount of varnish on the camshaft. The difference was visible, but Ali was honest. It was not dramatic. Both engines looked healthy. He moved deeper. Piston rings and cylinder walls. This is where the real story is. This is where wear destroys engines. On the 0W-20 engine, the cylinder walls still showed a faint crosshatch pattern. The factory cut grooves that hold oil. Ali ran his fingernail across the wall and could feel it. On the 5W-30 engine, also crosshatch visible, also healthy. But then Ali pulled out his micrometer and measured cylinder bore wear. This is where numbers replace opinions. Factory spec, 87.54 millimeters. 0W-20 engine, 87.52 millimeters. That's 0.02 millimeters of wear. 5W30 engine, 87.53 millimeters. That's 0.03 millimeters. The 020 engine showed slightly less cylinder wear than the 5W30 engine over nearly identical mileage. The difference is small, almost negligible. But it went in the opposite direction of what Scotty predicted. Ali's conclusion: both oils protected well. 0W20 did not cause damage. In fact, it may have allowed better lubrication. Now here's the key phrase Ali said. The 2019 Camry 2.5 was designed for 0W20, all engineered around that viscosity. This contradicts Scotty's prediction, but it doesn't fully close the debate. What about turbo engines or high heat? What happens when a turbo is spinning at 150,000 revolutions per minute and temperatures spike? For that answer, we need an engineer. Engineering Explained is run by Jason Fensk, mechanical engineer. Unlike others online, Jason does not have an opinion. He has data. Jason started with a question: why did manufacturers switch to 0W20? Was it just a fuel economy trick? Or is there actual engineering logic behind it? The answer is more complicated than either side admits. Jason explained viscosity in a way that reframes the entire debate. Most people think thicker oil means better protection, always, under all conditions. Scotty's argument depends on this assumption, but Jason showed it's wrong. Oil viscosity has two vital jobs in your engine. First, create a film barrier between metal surfaces. It must be thick enough that metal never actually touches metal during operation. Second, flow through narrow oil passages to reach every part of the engine, including tight spaces, small bearings, and precision components. Here's the key insight. If oil is too thick, it cannot flow fast enough through these narrow passages, especially during cold starts. The first 30 seconds after you start your engine are when 70% of total engine wear occurs because oil hasn't fully circulated. A 0W oil flows to critical components faster than a 5W or 10W oil. In cold weather, the difference is even larger. Jason showed published SAE data. 0W20 reached full oil pressure 22% faster. That means significantly less metal-to-metal contact during starts. For naturally aspirated engines, 0W20 and 5W30 perform almost identically at full operating temperature. But then Jason addressed Scotty's concern: extreme heat. Turbochargers spin at up to 300,000 RPM. The oil bearing is exposed to temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Fahrenheit during acceleration. Jason pulled ASTM high-temperature shear data. Under extreme conditions, premium 5W30 maintained a 2.9 MPa viscosity compared to 0W20's 2.6. The difference exists. In a turbocharged engine running hard in summer heat, 5W30 does provide a measurably stronger oil film for protection. Jason's conclusion: use 0W20 for modern aspirated engines. But for heavy turbos or hot climates, 5W30 is a reasonable insurance policy. However, oil change interval matters more than viscosity choice. At 10,000 miles, both oils degraded by roughly 15 to 18%. At 15,000 miles, 0W20 showed 28% loss. Stretching your oil change interval is the real enemy of your engine. One mechanic, one technician, and one engineer. They are all partially right, but the science shows that maintenance timing is the ultimate winner. 3 experts, 3 completely different conclusions. So what's the actual answer? What should you put in your engine? That's next. And I'm going to give you a specific concrete decision, not a vague, it depends. Alright, 3 experts. Real data, real engines. Now let's make a real decision. First, let me acknowledge where Scotty is right. His concern about 0W20 under extreme heat is not wrong, it's incomplete. Thin oil does lose viscosity faster under high thermal stress. If you own a high-performance turbocharged vehicle, Scotty's instinct has support. Jason's data confirms it. 5W30 maintains better film strength at the margins, and his warning about older engines is 100% valid. If your car was manufactured before 2012 and has over 150,000 miles, do not switch to 0W20. Your engine has looser tolerances now. It needs thicker oil. But here's where Scotty's argument falls apart. He is talking about yesterday's engines in today's world. In a modern Toyota designed for 0W20, the thin oil did not cause measurable extra wear. In fact, it showed marginally less cylinder wear. Engineering Explained showed us why. Modern engines with tight precision tolerances need an oil that flows instantly on cold start and reaches every passage fast. 0W-20 was engineered specifically for this. It's not a compromise. It's the right tool for the job it was designed for. So here's my decision. If your car is a 2016 or newer naturally aspirated engine, use 0W-20 as the manufacturer specifies. If your car has a turbocharged engine and you drive hard in hot weather, consider stepping up to 0W-30 or 5W-30 full synthetic. Check that it's still within your manufacturer's approved viscosity range. If your car was made before 2012 or has over 150,000 miles, use a thicker oil. The most important rule all three experts agree on. Do not stretch your oil change past the manufacturer's recommendation. A degraded 0W-20 at 15,000 miles is far more dangerous than any viscosity debate. Change your oil on time. Every time. That's the answer. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. Drop a comment below. What oil are you running and what car? I read everyone. And next week, does oil brand actually matter? Is Mobil 1 worth the premium over Pennzoil Platinum? The results genuinely surprise me.